I say Casino, um Scarface, Goodfellas, and 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 probably, you know, within my culture, probably Style Wars. As 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 far as like Casino, I kind of like Joe Pesci, the way he acts in that movie. Also, Robert De Niro, and like, trying to think, going back, those were kind of like, it might not have been exactly the events, but like kind of also the events. Those events kind of happen in real life in some way, somehow, so it kind of gets my mind thinking about, that kind of stuff. And the way they talk, in the movie, like, like the, like, I don't know, like their their accent, like how they talk. And is Scarface, just because it was in Miami, it's just the history here in Miami, the early 80s, um I have family members that kind of lived it through that era, and they kind of, it kind of matches up to very similar things that happened in the 80s. And when I was a kid, I remember, like, like seeing not the violent stuff like that, but like the party stuff like that, and kind of like the things they did, and stuff like that, which I feel maybe that kind of helped me as I got older, not to stay away from kind of like, that kind of influence or crowd or substance, because I saw it, I kind of saw the people, how they would act when they would do those kind of things, and growing up. And yeah, it's, those are the things. And Style Wars is just, when I started doing, graffiti, it was kind of like showing you, the trains that go by, with these, elaborate pieces that just shine. And 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 then when I lived it for myself, I didn't have the trains here, but I would do a wall at nighttime. I would go the next day to photograph, and I'm like, wow, like, this is mind blowing. And it would just, and to this day, that's kind of like how I do these pieces, all these paintings, because you know I like to work. I work indoor and outdoor, right? So, like, like I have a patio right here in my outdoor, and then I also bring the pieces in. I also have pieces all around my home. My home is my studio. So as I'm working, sometimes I'm working at nighttime. So I don't use the spray paint inside the house, but like I'll be carrying the painting, I'll take it out, I'll put it like, you know, a wall that I have on the side right here on my terrace. And, you know, sometimes I have all the lights off, I might have a few drinks or whatever, getting into the vibe, my music playing, stuff like that. And I can barely see. So I'm kind of like when I was behind that bush at night doing that piece. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is go see what it looks like. And when I look at it, I'm like, wow, no, there it is, or it's time to start all over again. So it works both ways, but it just takes the movies, Star Wars. It's just, the black books, and the whole foundation is there. Martha Cooper photography and Henry Chiffon, and it's just if it wasn't for that movie, um, it'd be hard for graffiti to be where it's at today.